Good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Well, we are getting closer and closer to seeing some snow in our area, especially people who live up north. So meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is in our outdoor weather center this morning. And Jeremy, I know it doesn't look like it today, but is there really a chance of us seeing some snow this week?
I think we might see a couple snowflakes early tomorrow morning, and I'm excited for it. Does it stick? No, I just don't think we have that possibility just yet. Temps in the mid-30s as we kick things off. We're under mostly cloudy skies now, but expect more sunshine as we move through the day. Across the inland northwest, it's temps on the mild side. 35 in Spokane, 40 in Coeur d'Alene, 36 in Sandpoint, and temps closer to freezing out in central Washington because they have more clearing this morning. We'll find our clearing throughout the day and find most of our sun later this afternoon. That's going to be temperatures climbing up to near 50 degrees, but keep in mind, the sun goes down pretty early these days thanks to daylight saving time coming to an end early Sunday morning. Tomorrow, as we get that snow moving in, just know it'll come with a round of wind. That wind picks up later on in the day, but for the most part, it's going to stay down to our south. We'll see the clouds break as we head into the afternoon, so we see a little sun. Clouds build back later on tonight. By tomorrow morning, it's that push of moisture. For the most part, the snow stays north of 90 and north of Highway 2. Basically, you can just draw this line across the state and just say snow north of there or in higher elevations. When it comes to those high elevations, higher than the South Hill, but here on the South Hill, we are going to wind up seeing some snowflakes mixing in with some of that rain and not really accumulating. It moves out by tomorrow afternoon, then Wednesday, Thursday, a bit of a break before another storm moves in. I'll walk you through a week of weather coming up in the full forecast.
Governor Jay Inslee spoke from Scotland this morning. He's overseas for a UN climate summit. Now, Governor Inslee says it's been a successful trip and that Washington State is leading the way in helping reduce greenhouse gas emissions. A goal of the summit is to come up with tactics to slash greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030 and to get that number down to zero by 2050.
This is a big challenge for everybody on the planet. I'm really glad to represent a state that's leading the charge. We're very proud of this in our state. And I think if people were in this building, there's 20, 30,000 people here right now, they would feel a sense of joint commitment of the people around the world. It's good that we're leading the world, but it's also great we're not alone. We are all in this together, and when you're with a group of people from around the world, it is heartening, it is inspiring, and it's a good day to be a Washingtonian.
The climate conference Governor Inslee is at wraps up today. It started on Halloween. Well, keeping with our big stories of the day, a person from Washington is one of the victims of the tragedy at the Astroworld Music Festival in Houston that killed 8 people. So here's what we know about the victims so far. Most of them were in their 20s. The youngest identified victim, just 14 years old. 21-year-old Axel Acosta was from Tieton outside of Yakima. An attorney representing his family says Acosta was a student at Western Washington University in Bellingham. Their cause of death have not been released at this time, but a large memorial has been set up for the victims not far from where that music festival happened. One of the victims' brothers spoke out about what he thinks led to his sibling's death.
There were people knocking out left and right. Our family is grieving for my brother Danish. He died saving his fiance.
He went on to say those affiliated with the festival should be held liable for everything that happened Friday night. Now, many witnesses have already posted online detailing what it was like to be in the Astroworld crowd that night. People reported there were so many people jammed in the space that they couldn't breathe or move. Among the fans in the crowd was an ICU nurse. She describes it as drowning in people before she passed out. Her boyfriend got fans around her to body surf her out of the crowd. And when she woke up, she helped take care of unconscious fans that she describes as pulseless.
And I noticed that one guy that they were carrying, he looked real bad. His eyes were rolled in the back of his head. And I stopped her. I said, "Hey, have you checked a pulse?" He didn't have a pulse. And I said, "Hey, don't put him down to go get someone else. You need to take him straight to the medical tent."
She now wants answers into what went wrong at the concert. An investigation is ongoing in Houston. In the meantime, the first lawsuit has already been filed against the music festival. The case is on behalf of festival goer Manuel Souza. He's seeking over $1 million in damages for what he calls the organizer's gross negligence. The suit alleges, quote, the defendants failed to properly plan and conduct the concert in a safe manner, end quote. His lawyers also called the incident a predictable and preventable tragedy. Now, of course, this story is still developing with a lot of moving pieces. So for an update sent right to your phone, all you have to do is text the word Astro to 509-448-2000. We'll send you the very latest information. 8:06 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. The search continues for a Seattle fire deputy chief who disappeared in central Washington. First responders from around the state spent the last several days searching for Deputy Chief Jay Schreckengaus. The veteran firefighter disappeared during a hunting trip in Cottitas County. Schreckengaus last texted his family on Tuesday, saying that he was going to scout elk for a hunt in the rugged area of the Cascade Mountains. More than 100 volunteers have joined in the search effort. An 18-year-old University High School student has been arrested for making threats against the school. Classes were canceled last Friday after a person threatened that they were going to shoot up the school on social media. Investigators found evidence that same student made threats to kill another classmate. He was booked into the Spokane County Jail for felony harassment and threats to kill charges. A new pill from Pfizer could soon be approved to treat COVID-19. Results from a new study show the drug reduced hospitalizations and deaths by 89% in high-risk adults. Pfizer will now ask the FDA for authorization. A similar pill from Merck is also under FDA review. And a federal appeals court in Louisiana has temporarily halted the Biden administration's vaccine mandate for large businesses. The court says the delay was due to potential statutory and constitutional issues. Officials from the Department of Labor say they are confident that the mandate has the legal authority to issue the emergency temporary standard on vaccinations and testing. In the meantime, a Spokane Valley dad is changing his anti-vaccine views after his daughter fought for her life against COVID-19. Jeff Treefry says he was an anti-vaxxer that frequently posted online about how he didn't think COVID was real. That is until his daughter Jaden caught COVID-19 in September. She later developed multi-system inflammatory syndrome, which required her to need the help of a ventilator. Treefry says he does not want any parent to have to go through what he did.
If you're on the fence about getting the vaccination, this isn't about you. It's about our children. And this is happening all over the country, all over the world.
His daughter is now recovering, and she should not have any long-term effects from her battle with COVID-19. And that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's going on in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. It's Boomtown Week here at KREM 2, and we're taking a look at the impact of the growth and development of the Inland Northwest. Nicole Hernandez is explaining how one family decided to stay afloat. And still ahead on Up with KREM, Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward joins us as she was recently on the set of a new movie being filmed right in Spokane. This morning, we're talking to her about how the film industry could impact the growth of the city.
Sunny and mild this afternoon, temps up near 50, but tomorrow morning, snow. It might even stick in some locations. I've got the forecast after the break.